Kurt, this chapter or opener on open source and available software. We work at North Carolina Virtual Public School with a lot of tech directors who make either or choices. It's either lock the network down or open it. But there's a lot of content on the web right now that is value add to students and is not necessarily making it in. So how would you advise or counsel maybe school districts or tech directors trying to make decisions on open source software?
Many things you can do. I mean, for instance, I just created a little one-page what's available free in the Web 2.0 space for K-12 schools. Happy to send it to anybody who wants it, kurt@worldisopen.com. So one thing you can do with this open source software world is look for those things that are low risk, low cost, low time. Well, low cost is going to be free and open source software typically, although you need some supports wrapped around some of that. But find a little tip sheet and guide sheet. That's one way you can jump in both a small way and a big way. Have a big impact with something like that. The second thing you can do is talk to teachers and show them what you found and show them what's possible with them. Get their feedbacks on them before you make those heady decisions that are going to set your whole district in a particular motion for a long period of time. You don't want to just be making top-down decisions about open source of any kind or any software. So you might want to experiment with a pilot. You might want to bring people in and show what happened as a result of that pilot. So that's the second thing that's possible. Third thing you can do is talk to other districts who have done similar things. Grab their reports, whether they're in North Carolina or Virginia or Indiana where I am. So that's a way of extending the reach, and you might actually develop something, some scaffolds for teachers that you could share with those districts, and vice versa. So why reinvent all that's going on? The fourth thing, of course, is to read up about open source software and what's happening in this world. And I've written 3 reports back in 2007 myself to kind of understand what was happening. And we interviewed some of the people who are the big movers and shakers of open source. In 2007, this was a new area for me. We're in 2010 now, right? I've written about it in my book a bit. It did take some time. It's not an overnight decision. These are real significant areas because when I talk to teachers, anytime I say the word free, I know I'm going to get good course evaluations, good workshop evaluations. So there's some interest there. You know there'll be interest. Now, is there application? What and where will those applications take place? And it's not just about course management systems like Moodle or Sakai or whatever that might be free, or about the synchronous conferencing tool like DimDim that's free. There are many other open source related issues. And in fact, the final thing is, what might you add to open source? Could your students and teachers add to an open source software package in some kind? What might that be? What might that look like? Could your students create something? Could you even push further in this space? Now that's a significant challenge for you. You might stay within that first challenge of just creating a summary of what's there and talking about it.